Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about the pros and cons of living in Exeter, basically why I like to live in Exeter and things I do not like about living in Exeter. Before I get into it, guys, my name is Bola Abioye, and every week, every Sunday, I drop content related to growth, travel, skincare, and lifestyle, and tips and tricks on things that basically make my life better and hopefully can be useful for other people. Please guys, I would really appreciate it if at this point you subscribe to my channel, so every time I release a video like this you can see it just on your YouTube app. Okay, without further ado, let's go right into the video. Please again, do not forget to subscribe, definitely like also, and leave a comment if you find this video helpful. So the first reason I really like living in Exeter is because it's really like this small city that is really charming and beautiful. You know, we have Exeter, which is like up on like hills and on hills basically, and then you have, you know, lower grounds. It's just beautiful. From your backyard you can sort of see the landscaping and it's just really beautiful. It's that kind of charming city where you can take a walk and, you know, just enjoy that sense of not being so small in such a big city like somewhere like say London or Birmingham or Leeds, Manchester. Exeter is just really small, cute, charming. That's the first reason why I love living in Exeter. Okay, the second reason I love living in Exeter is because in Exeter you can sort of get around very easily. So I went to London of recent, and actually every time, the few times I've been to London, I'll say, oh, I'll try to get around to my friends, but London is so big that sometimes if you're in East London and someone is saying North London, you may just, you know, decide maybe we shouldn't see. But for Exeter, it's so easy to get around because it's a small city. You can sort of say, okay, now I want to go visit, say, a friend around Cranbrook, which is like on the outskirts, or in Topsham. It's all really small, all connected. So nowhere is too far. Nowhere is like, some places are like 15-20 minutes drive, but that's about it. It's not really extremely big that you can't get around to see family and friends. So if you have family and friends here, maybe, and you're considering moving here, maybe that's good enough reason for you to move down here. But I really like that about Exeter. When I'm making friends, I'm not thinking, or let's say you're even dating, I'm not thinking about location within the same city, like somewhere like London, for instance. Okay, so that is another reason why I really love living in Exeter. Okay, the third reason I love living in Exeter is because the people around here are really nice and calm. Okay, maybe nice is not the word, but they're really like cool people. Like they are just really calm. They're not in a rush. When you go to London, there's that sense of being hurried, and in Exeter, it's just, the vibe is just calm, it's just relaxed, it's just, you know, chill baby, chill. So that's one thing I really like about Exeter, and people are better cultured here as well. You wouldn't find people like screaming up, okay, sometimes you do find people screaming at buses, but it's not really typical behavior around here. Find in every city you find people like drunk and screaming and having fun and whatnot, which is very nice, by the way, but it's not very common to like for people to generally be rude or as cold as say a bigger city like London. In Exeter, people are more warmer, nicer. So yeah, that is another pro of living in Exeter. The third reason why I really love living in Exeter, another pro, is that Exeter is really low-key. So if you're the kind of person looking to sort of reinvent yourself, you're looking to move to somewhere quiet where you wouldn't be too distracted, maybe you're going through a phase in your life where you're trying to do something, you're trying to achieve something, you're trying to rediscover yourself. It's this kind of place where you can sort of hide yourself, sort of, because it's so low-key. People just basically mind their business, well, to a large extent. You know, you can go to the gym, come back, go home, and just be happy. If you're looking to make friends but you're not looking to be all out there, this city may just be perfect for you because it's very like chilled, very low-key, very, you know, so you can reinvent yourself if that's something you're looking to do, if that's a reason you're actually looking to move. So Exeter, that's another pro of living in Exeter. Fourth one now. Okay, so there's nice restaurants in Exeter. There are nice like points of attraction like the Cathedral Green that has like a nice garden you can sit in or sit on in whatever. And yeah, there are also nice parks around. I won't say there are loads of them, but it's just like really, there's the Exeter Quay also, and there are very nice, you know, places around, nice restaurants. So yeah, it's that kind of charming vibe, that kind of that is another pro of living in Exeter. Okay, another pro of living in Exeter is This one is not particularly for me, so I wouldn't say it's a reason I love living in Exeter, but it's a pro for people to come live in Exeter. Exeter has like a large group of people that are retired, so you can tell how chill the city is. So there are many people that come from, say, busier places like London or to reside in Exeter because it's just really chill. Not just Exeter, but Exeter and its environs like Honiton, Sidmouth, basically. That is another reason why Exeter may be a place for you to live in. At this point, again, kindly do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, thanks guys. Okay, and another pro of living in Exeter is the nice uni there. So let's say you're a couple, a family looking to move, and you're thinking of maybe kids that are about college age, thereabouts. Exeter University is one of the best universities in the country. I don't know what the name of that ranking thing in the UK is. It Russell Hobbs? Oh gosh, what did I just say? Did I just say Russell Hobbs? I am not. Okay, definitely not Russell Hobbs, guys. Yeah, but anyway, it's one of the best universities in the country. I know there's an equivalent of Ivy League in it's like the equivalent of an Ivy League sort of in America. Like they have Ivy League in America, and UK they have a something group universities. I know it's an R word. Leave a comment in the comment section if you remember. Please kindly do. Okay, so yeah, that is another reason why Exeter may just be a place for you to live in. Okay, guys, again, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, now the next one I'm going to talk about is one that is kind of like in between being a pro and being a con. So this one is very subjective. It depends on who and what their situation is. So Exeter is far from many major cities, and by road it's like 3 hours and 30 minutes thereabouts to London or less. So it's somewhere between 3 and 3.5 hours to London. I'm talking just by road, of course, not train. So driving. To Birmingham, I'm not sure what it is specifically by road, but by a bus, it takes you 3 hours to get to Birmingham. And Manchester is just really far. Bus, train, whatever, at least 5 hours thereabouts, if not more, close to 6. Well, Manchester is really far away from Exeter. Those are like 3 major cities. Leeds obviously is far from Exeter. So yeah, so if you are just looking to shut out the hustle and bustle of major cities, and like I said before, you want to stay in a more quiet city, reinvent yourself and not be exposed to, maybe you're trying to reinvent yourself, make new friends, cut off your friends from your former life, this may just be the city for you. Okay, so definitely looking to move into Exeter from that point of view. And if that's where it's kind of like a good thing, let's say, yeah, you're just trying to sit back, yeah, in that sense can be a good thing. But if you're, on the other hand, if you're this kind of person where you need to go to major cities regularly for some reason, maybe for study, for something, yeah, Exeter may not just be the best place to live in, because then it's really difficult for you to get to wherever you need to get to quickly. And yeah, you don't want that hassle, except you're going by helicopter or you're catching flights or something. Okay, so that's about that. Let's go to the cons of living in Exeter, things I don't exactly like about living in Exeter. Stay with me, guys, and don't forget to subscribe again. Subscribe, okay? Thank you. So yeah, my cons of living in Exeter, and I say my cons because they are very personal to me. I am who I am, and for those reasons these cons are specifically related to me, and see if they relate to you as well. If the pros end up, outweighing the con for you, then you know what to do. Move to Exeter. Okay, or maybe don't move here. Maybe people here want it to be like less crowded, so I don't know if that's such a good thing, but if you need to, please move down to Exeter. Okay, so the first one is there's little diversity in Exeter. So Exeter is not the most diverse place. Generally, Exeter is very traditional British, and you wouldn't find much diversity here. So that kind of feeds into other things that you as a minority may be looking for, maybe in terms of food and other things. So Exeter is not that diverse, but as a Black female, I felt safe in Exeter so far. I haven't had any reason to worry for my safety. I don't know if I go out that much, but I don't know, it's been all right for me. So I don't see any reason, particularly from that point of view, why anyone cannot move to Exeter. But that is only my experience. Okay, so moving forward, so the next thing is, so there are fewer beauty shops in Exeter for minorities, and I say this specifically for maybe black females because our hair requires specialists in that field that specifically do afro hair, and in Exeter I think there's only one person so far that has a proper salon that does afro hair. So I know some people probably know people personally that can do afro hair, but not like many salons. So imagine if you're new and you're just searching, you're like, oh my gosh. Anyway, you can go to somewhere around Heavy Tree. There's a lady that does afro hair, so that's a tip there for you. Now subscribe to my channel, okay? Okay guys, so yeah, that's it specifically. But in terms of other beauty things like nails, lashes, of course you can go anywhere, and lots of nice shops around to do that, but I'm talking specifically for ethnicities. Okay, and the next one is, there is no African store in Exeter, not that I know of, by the way. If there is any that you know of, maybe leave a comment in the comment section, but I don't know of any African stores in Exeter. But I know of some international stores, yeah, like 2 stores I think that are targeted towards an international sort of audience, and so to speak, and they're run by majorly Asians, and Asians, and they basically sell some things that you may need. I'm a Nigerian, so I can get plantains, yams, peppers, like scotch bonnets. Yeah, I can get scotch bonnets from that shop. So that is called Mesopotamia in Sidwell Street. Definitely check them out. This is not a sponsored post. I'm sure they don't care about me that much. I'm a small YouTuber, but yeah, they sell nice foods. That's what I typically buy. I always check the expiry dates when you go to the shops, by the way. Okay, so yeah, definitely that is the only store. Those are the only stores. There's another store I haven't been to. Those are the stores that basically sell food for ethnic minorities. I don't know if I don't know if they cover every ethnic minority, that's what I'm saying, but they fulfill my own needs to a large extent. Not everything, like they don't have elubo for amala, obviously, but they have like gari, other things. Okay, so definitely check them out, guys. Next con living in Exeter is it can be seen as expensive. So I have a friend that lives in London but schools in Exeter. So I have a friend that lives in London, her family home is in London, and she schools in Exeter, and she tells me Exeter prices are basically kind of London prices. That is our opinion about it in terms of like food, groceries, that sort of thing. So it's in the south west, so, and the south is known for being slightly expensive. So that's it, guys. So things like accommodation, I wouldn't say accommodation is anywhere close to London, by the way. Accommodation is on the higher side. Like the money you pay up north to get like a flat is what you pay for shared accommodation here. That's an easy way to put it. So yeah, living in Exeter, that's what you just get. So it's kind of expensive because accommodation makes the bulk of what most people spend on daily basis. So another con of living in Exeter is the transportation. Public transport is not so great. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're going to live in Exeter, as much as you can, make sure your house from work is within walking distance if you can. It's not always possible in every instance, but if it's possible, try to ensure house to work is within a walking distance. Maybe 15 minutes walk, 20 minutes walk, that's reasonable. Because the bus system here, I drive, and I think it's best for most people living around here to drive, because the bus system is not the best compared to somewhere like London or major cities. I can only speak for London because that's where I've really experienced how good the public transport is. So yeah, Exeter's public transport is not the best in terms of like buses. There's a nice good train station which is good to take you out of Exeter to like other places like London. Again, I know I keep saying London, but yeah, the buses are not like great in terms of like timing and showing up and all that I know of. If it's changed, maybe leave a comment in the comment section, but it's not as good, guys. I won't lie to you. Okay, and the last con this one is for young people. So my last con of living in Exeter is that Exeter is not a party city, so this may be one for young people. So you can't have as much fun here as you have in like a major city. Even Bristol is far better. Plymouth, I think, is a lot better too. Exeter is very low key. If you go to clubs here, if you go to parties, you mostly find teenagers, 19, 20. So if you are in your mid-20s, I'm not sure you would really get to party much in Exeter. Or yeah, it's not just that kind of city, it's a more low-key city, so you may need to travel to have any fun, but it is what it is, guys. Okay, I hope I've been helpful. We've come to the end of this video. Again, can you do not forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if this has been helpful. Please subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps my channel and it helps me to get more encouraged to produce more videos like this, and it just helps me, please. And I'm not even up, I'm just at 300 and something subscribers, so I would really appreciate that. Please guys, can you subscribe? It is free to do so. And thank you for tuning in today. I hope this video has been helpful. Till next time, it's your girl Bola Abioye. Bye.